Elizabeth. It's the Caffeinated Cooper Show.
Yeah, I believe in you. I don't believe in lucky sevens. I'm not sure about Loch Ness, but I know I believe in angels. I believe in happiness.
Thank you so much, Platinum Planet Records out there in Nashville, Tennessee, and Justin Peters. He did the vocals on that wonderful song. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Good evening, everybody. I am excited to be here. We're going to talk to Emily Peachey in just a moment. First, I have a sponsor of the evening, as we always do. Honey Stinger. Honey Stinger is a really interesting product. It is all natural, is Brazilian honey, I believe. Yes, absolutely. Brazilian organic honey. And this was developed by a couple of people that were mainly cyclists, triathletes, some, but mainly cyclists. And they needed something that they could pop into their back pouch and just be able to squeeze real quick and get that burst of energy. Now, they do have some products that are caffeinated, of course, because all my products give you a little bit of a kick in the butt, a little bit of caffeine, because that's what it's all about. Now, they also have a ton of other products. And I got super excited because I'm always double checking to make sure that I have the latest and greatest discounts for you, my viewers. So they're still offering their 15% off of your new order. So if you go over to honeystinger.com, let me pull up that information for you. Good evening, Michael. It is good to see you. I am so excited. Oh, this show is going to be live and interactive. I can feel it. Good evening, Ken. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for the love. Honey Stinger is HoneyStinger.com. Now, I have some exciting news. All right, so here's all these products. They have stroke waffles. They have energy chews, which I always have in my gym bag. These are awesome. They're low sugar. There's no GMOs. They're gluten-free. All of the products, even the stroke waffles, are gluten-free. They have a new 2022 flavor, cookies and cream. Huh, what? It's a protein waffle too. So you get low sugar, a little bit of protein, a little bit of that kick because they have caffeine within it. And they source their caffeine from white tea extract, which is really different. And it's not bitter. None of my products, as you can tell, if you listen to the show all the time, I'm always saying it's not a bitter, nasty taste because it's naturally sourced. And that's the beautiful thing about this. And as we all know, I'm a hypoglycemic, so I love honey because honey will raise your glycemic index, your sugar. It'll raise it, and then it'll slowly drop it back down. So it's a nice slow rise and a slow drop back down, which is really, really important for a hypoglycemic like myself. So I truly use these products. They also have a new product. This is a water additive. So, you know, like all those little watery flavorings that have gotten so popular, they have their own. It's mango lemon. It's rapid hydration, 50 milligrams of caffeine in one little water bottle. It's a great product. And here's the exciting news. So of course you can go to honeystinger.com, right? I've always said that. And I've also said you can always get it on Amazon, right? What can you not get on Amazon and Walmart and the Vitamin Shop and REI and Kroger and Target and they have been pushing these products out to just about any running store out there, any cyclist store out there. Your fitness shop near you has Honey Stinger. So please go out there, go give it a try. I think you're going to absolutely love it. And if you do love it, write into the show at ecooperstudios@gmail.com. That's ECOOPERSTUDIOS@gmail.com and let us know if you liked it. All right, everybody. Thank you, Ken. Yes, I love you too. Thank you for watching the show. Now, I have a little news story, and I'm doing one small news story each broadcast for the next several broadcasts because I really want you to tune in to the news afternoon on Saturday mornings. Well, Saturday afternoon, really, technically. Here is a cool story that is in the news. It's Dolly Parton. We all love Dolly. She is the one celebrity that absolutely could not ever be canceled because we just love Dolly. Dolly is coming to your local grocery store. So Dolly Parton has launched a new line of her home-inspired desserts, and it's manufactured by Duncan Hines, including cake mixes and frostings as a tribute to some of Dolly's family favorite recipes. She's quoted to say, "I have always loved to cook, and growing up in the South, I especially love that authentic mom and pop kind of cooking," said the 76-year-old singer, who's been nominated for 50 Grammys. What? Baking was no different. My mama, my grandmothers, and this is where I question if it's true quote. She says aunts. All right, we're in the South. It's aunties. We're all wonderful bakers. They taught me everything I know, from biscuits and gravy to chocolate cake. Now, these are going to hit grocery store shelves early March 2022, so be on the lookout. Her flavors are coconut cake and banana pudding cake, which are really interesting flavors. I think she has, an angle in the market. You don't really go to the store and see too many products that are coconut or banana pudding. I'm definitely going to try out the banana pudding because I love it. They were available at the Duncan Hines website, but it quickly sold out. So it's no longer available online. Congratulations, Dolly. You can see a picture here with her Barbie pink background. And that is the banana pudding cake and the coconut cake and her icings to go along with it. All right. Now we have a birthday shout out. I have birthday girl. Here she is. Leanne Campbell celebrated a birthday today. Let's bring her solo. You don't want to see me for the birthday. And we also have, there he is, Khaled Zayati.
I wish you the happiest of birthdays, and I hope that all your dreams come true. I wish you the grandest of all days, and I pray that the sun will shine on you. May you smile every second and remember always, I wish you the happiest of birthdays. The happiest of birthdays.
How nice. Well, happy birthday. I hope that you did something really fantastic for your birthday today. And thank you again to Justin Peters. That is his The Happiest of Birthdays song, his brand new birthday song that has just been released. All right, let's get on with the show and move on over to our featured guest of the evening, Miss Emily Peachey. Emily Peachey grew up in Virginia and also lives in Los Angeles, where her career as a full-time actress continues to take off for the highest of heights. Emily is known for her work on The Fault in Our Stars, American Pastoral, and Abduction, as well as the soon-to-be released projects Hot Girl Problems, Ulysses Coyote, and she has appeared in the TV series which released in 2021 starring Jeff Daniels, American Rust. She is here to chat about her new film, Fishbowl. And I'm going to go straight to her press release. Her press release says, Emily Peachey stars in the film drama Fishbowl, now available on iTunes and on demand. The talented actress explores her dark side in the indie film about three sisters coping with loss in a small town. Portraying one of three sisters, Peachey tapped into her character's inner vulnerabilities and emotional baggage to create a compelling persona that connects with filmgoers. And without any further ado, I'd like to welcome to the stream Miss Emily Peachey. How are you this evening?
Hi, good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. I'm excited to have you on the show. I would always, I always like to start with, how did it all get started? So I'm not going to change. How did it all get started for you?
My gosh, it was such a weird path for me. I actually was in law school. My first day of law school, I got the part in The Fault in Our Stars. And I dropped out on my lunch break, got a flight to LA, did not tell my parents, didn't have a place to live, knew nobody out there, and just decided to go for it. I was like, these opportunities don't come along every day, so you kind of have to grab them and strike while the iron's hot. So that's what I did. It was terrifying, and like looking back on it, absolutely crazy, but it really worked out.
My goodness. I couldn't have even guessed. Like if
I know.
if you were to say, well, Elizabeth, why don't you take a guess? Like, oh my gosh. So what did your parents say when you said, I'm going to drop out of law school because I got this amazing role in a film?
Oh my gosh. Well, my parents are both lawyers, and they were actually at like the parents' orientation when I dropped out. So I called them from LAX and I was like, Mom and Dad, I actually called my mom. I was like, Mom, I dropped out of school, and can you tell Dad? And they actually were both really cool with it. They really were. I have the world's greatest parents, and honestly, they were like, you know what, you got to do it. You got to live your dreams. You know, you can always go back to law school. These kinds of things don't come around every day, so go for it.
Wow. Oh, you were so blessed to have really supportive, understanding parents.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right. So tell me about, you go from law school to on a plane to now you're on set. There's a lot of things to know being on set, just the etiquette and the language.
Oh, I knew nothing.
What was that crash course like for you?
I was very lucky that I had the world's best co-stars in Fault in Our Stars, that they really walked me through it, because I had no clue what I was doing. And Nat was a seasoned pro, and he took me out before we went to dinner, and he really held my hand through the whole process. And everybody was so down to earth and so excited about the film. John Green was on set every single day, and he was so excited, and everybody was so enthusiastic that it made it really easy to get a hold of it. Nobody was like judging, and everybody was so cool and so down to earth. I couldn't have had a better experience.
That is so cool. So I guess you kind of had your eye, on the industry, like thinking maybe, did you audition for it? Like, how in the world did you get the role?
So I auditioned for like girl number 2 or something for this film. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know it was a book. I actually didn't hear I had like a local agent, and they were like, you have this audition, and I couldn't hear them on the phone. And I thought they said the Baltimore Stars. And I like literally went to the casting office and I was like, I'm here for the Baltimore Stars. And they were like, huh? And auditioned for girl number 2. And they actually ended up calling me back for Monica, ended up booking it. And at that point I was like, wait, this is like a really big deal. Like, this is a book. And I went to Barnes and Noble right after I found out that I got it, and there was like merchandise everywhere. They had like calendars and t-shirts, and I was like, this is a big deal. I had no idea.
So that had to be a panic moment of going, oh my gosh, this isn't just like the Baltimore Stars, like just some small films. Like this is going to explode my career, like right out the gates.
Yeah, I had no idea at all. No clue.
So tell us, what did happen to your career after that released? And it's a big film.
Yeah, so I decided to pursue acting and just go for it. I got an agent in LA, I got a manager, got a whole team around me, which was amazing, and just started auditioning, which was, great. And I started booking like roles here and there, and that's kind of how everything came to be.
Oh my goodness. Was it a little overwhelming that, you appear in a film like that, so I'm assuming you're getting phone calls, like people are finding you and going, oh my gosh, I want to rep that girl. Like, was that overwhelming?
It was definitely, I felt very out of my element because I was in school in Pennsylvania and I'm from Virginia. So I, have no exposure to the talent world or, Hollywood. I literally had no clue. I didn't even know how to go about finding these things. I was just like Googling, like, how do you get an agent? How do you get a manager? Really just putting myself out there as much as I could, but I had no idea how to go about it.
So you're an East Coast girl. I'm an East Coast girl. Going out to the West Coast is a very interesting experience. It's a very different culture. Do you find it to be welcoming when you just basically walk off a campus and you walk right onto set? Was it hard to make friends within the industry at first?
You know what? I was actually very lucky. People ask me that all the time, and I was very lucky that I had friends right off the bat. Just like the people that I had worked with on the film and acting and all that stuff, I really had a close bond with them. So I had friends who I still am very close with today, right off the bat coming out to LA. But it was a little bit of a culture shock to me, just because the West Coast is so different, and LA specifically is very different. I was coming from Pittsburgh, very different culture. So yeah, there was definitely an adjustment period for sure.
Oh my goodness. So some of the projects that I had read off, especially the one American Rust, that is a popular TV show. Can you tell us a little bit about booking that role, and tell us a little bit about the character that you play in American Rust?
Yes. So booking that role was actually the oddest experience I've ever had, booking a role, just because I booked it February 2020, and my start date was supposed to be March 26th, 2020. And I remember when I booked it, COVID was just, starting to become a thing, and they kept pushing it back and pushing it back. And they were like, okay, we think that we're going to be able to get it out. And then lockdown happened, and I was on hold for a year, actually over a year, almost a year and a half. And we didn't know if it was going to come back. A lot of, things had been switched. And even when we found out that we actually were going to resume, it was crazy how the filming was and how different it was, pre-COVID, because there were so many restrictions. And, when you weren't actually filming your scene, you could not be on set, which usually they'll let you, hang around and mingle with your cast members. And it was a very different experience in that respect. I mean, it was still so much fun, and it was great. And I mean, I love being on set, and it was so great to be back into it. But that experience was completely different than any other experience I'd ever had.
Do you always have this type of bubbly, fun energy all the time?
I do. It doesn't stop. This is just who I am.
I love it. You're so engaging, and you're easy to connect with. You're grounded. This is a really great conversation. I'm having fun. So to fill your time during the COVID, no filming, shelter in place moments, what did you do to fill your time?
I get bored very easily, so I always need to be doing something. So I did obviously what we all did. I did a lot of cooking, a lot of baking. I love doing that. A friend of mine actually flies planes, so we would go up in their plane, and we would just go here and there, different places in California and Oregon, and camp, and kind of made the most of what we had at the time. So it was a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that you would ever get into coaching of any, like personal coaching of any type?
Maybe, I haven't really thought about it, but I don't rule anything out. I want to try everything. I want to have all of the experiences. So I don't rule anything out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hearing what you're saying, and it sounds so positive. It seems like you definitely want to gravitate towards that positive spin. And there's so many people that are just like, oh, I'm so bored. I'm watching my wall dry for like the 16th time, where you found things to do and kept life moving forward. I really, that's really fantastic.
Yeah, and I actually discovered things about myself that I never knew. I didn't know that I liked camping, but when it was the only option, then I was like, okay, I kind of like this. And now that, things are opening back up, I'm like, now I want to go camping. So yeah, it definitely made me discover a different side of myself as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. So now you have a new project called Fishbowl. Can you tell us a little bit about Fishbowl?
So Fishbowl, it's available on Apple TV and Amazon Prime, and it's about three sisters. It's very dark. They go through a little bit of a very troubling experience, and it's how they're coping with that, and how their dad is coping with that, and their relationship with each other as well as their father. It's very dark. It's very edgy, very different character type than I usually play. So it was really fun to step out of my comfort zone into that role.
Okay. And so out of the three sisters, are you able to tell us a little bit about the personality that you needed to have?
Yeah. So my character is like the type A, straight laced, which is not really me. I mean, I'm definitely more out there. I'm not exactly like a gotta stick to the rules, and I'm not really that kind of person. So it was fun playing that type of character. She was the voice of reason and kept everyone in line, and that was also a different for me.
Very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to queue up. We have the trailer for Fishbowl. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what we're going to see in the trailer, and then we'll go ahead and show it?
Yeah, so you'll just see my three sisters and our dynamic and how we are in this very small town after suffering a traumatic experience.
Okay, sounds very good. Let me grab that. I'm still working here, Emily.
Love it. No, I love it.
You're very to the point.
I am straightforward. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. No, you're doing fantastic. You really are. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. Sorry. Pardon the delay for just a moment. We are with Emily Peachey, and this is Fishbowl, the film, and this is a trailer. So let's go ahead and watch it now.
We live in Bishop County. No matter what you do, somebody knew you would. People talk in this town. Somebody saw it. Another person talked about it. So either you talk or you're talked about. But they call this town the Fishbowl. When you climb to the top, you just slide right back down. He didn't like the way people looked at us. Father said, everything happens for a reason, but I don't think he really believes that. Father started wrestling with his faith. He ended up winning.
Okay.
Pretty dark.
Pretty dark. You've got a couple of different things going on in there. Are the three sisters triplets?
No, not at all. Actually, I'm like 11 years older than one and 13 or 14 years older than the other. But in the film, I'm the middle sister. The girl who's like 11 years younger than me is actually my older sister in the film.
Oh my goodness. So what was it like filming on set? What's the environment on set when you're filming a horror film?
Yeah, so it was a very cool dynamic. We shot it in Maryland, which was fun because it's kind of close to where I grew up. We had a great cast and crew. We all became like family very quickly. I know everybody says that and it's like very cliche, but we really did. And the girls who played my sisters, we really did have this sisterly bond, which was very cute and very sweet, and we're very close still to this day. So yeah, it was a really great experience. We shot in the winter, so it was freezing, but other than that, it was the best experience.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So everybody can go watch that now. That is streaming on iTunes, as well as what is the other location there, Emily?
Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Yes, on demand. Okay.
Yeah.
And that is called Fishbowl. Let's talk about Ulysses Coyote. What is that?
So I'm very excited for that. So that's another one. Due to COVID, has been pushed back a couple of times, but we actually started filming a while back, pre-COVID, and it's been really fun. Our director, he is such a talent, and he has a bunch of films that actually just released. He's had like 3 films released in the past month, so it's been kind of crazy, and I'm so excited to get back to working on that one, probably like this summer when things are a little bit more open, hopefully. But yeah, I get to play kind of like a badass in it, so I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited. It'll be awesome.
That is really cool. So I want to read what it says on IMDb. I'm going to bring up the poster here again. So we're talking about Ulysses Coyote, and Emily here, she plays Helen Flynn. So the description is Penelope Lewis, a struggling young rock guitarist from London, learns that a mysterious Englishman who recently committed suicide in a small town in the California desert is actually her biological father. a famous rock musician who disappeared from the public eye in the 1990s. So this is a bit of a period piece. And it's a little weird for me to say that the 90s is now
my God.
a period piece.
I hate
but
that.
it is.
I hate that. But here we are.
Right. What did you do to prepare? What did you like? Were there clothing or music, or what did you like from being in the period of the 1990s?
Yeah, I mean, I was born in the 90s. I like grew up in the 90s, but it was cool. We did have, wardrobe and like styling that made it feel more 90s-esque, but I love that fashion anyway. So it was kind of cool to, get to dress like that because I wasn't obviously like a teenager in the 90s, but so it was cool to experience that and have those cool wardrobe options. And we began shooting when we shot pre-COVID in the desert, which was awesome. Really cool vibe, like a Western kind of vibe. And it was really fun.
Oh, that's very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. And then you have another project, and this is called Hot Girl Problems.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. So another one that has been kind of postponed because of COVID. But yeah, we have some great talent in that one as well. Jennifer Lyons, she's like my idol. She does a ton of work, and she's awesome, and she's in it. And another girl, Lissa, who I've known for years. So it's cool. It'll be so much fun to film. It's a great group of people. So I'm excited to get started on that.
Absolutely. So it says here, Hot Girl Problems, you're playing yourself. So I don't have too much of a description. So thank you so much for that synopsis on it. It does have a great cast. That's got to be so fun on set.
Yes. Yes, we haven't begun filming that one yet, but yes, I'm so excited to start. It's a great group of people, and it'll be really fun.
Absolutely. Do you think there will be any additions to the cast?
I'm sure there will be. Absolutely. Yes. Especially, just with everybody's schedules, so crazy these days that, I think we'll definitely have some added cast members for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk for just a moment. We had mentioned it, and I'm getting back here to the poster to be able to show it. American Rust. So American Rust on IMDb there again, it says that you play Shoni. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And the show is about a compelling family drama that will explore the tattered American dream through the eyes of complicated and compromised Chief of Police Del Harris, which is Jeff Daniels. He plays Del Harris in a Rust Belt town in Southwest Pennsylvania. So where is this shot? Is this shot in Pennsylvania?
It is. It was shot in Western Pennsylvania, and it kind of has that like grittiness to it, very industrial looking. So it was the perfect place to film. And yeah, my character Shoni, she's a character. She's wild and fun and all of the things. She's out there. So it was fun playing that type of role. I have this date that I'm with, and I'm kind of hitting on everybody at the wedding, and it's funny, and then the guys get in fights. It's fun. It's a fun role. It really is.
Oh, that's awesome. And that appears on Showtime. Well, Congratulations so much on all of your success. You have so many things in the work. Is there anything that isn't listed that you can tell us about, or maybe we should keep our eye on it, that you might be in it sometime soon?
I have another project. I can't say too much about it, but it is very dark, kind of in the world of Fishbowl, that I'll have coming out probably next year. So I'm very excited about that. It's not even on IMDb yet, so I can't say really anything about it, but it's happening.
All right. Well, thank you for that. I completely respect what you can say and what you can't say, and I totally get it. Do you have a second to play a game?
Sure.
All right, let's play a game. So I have, while I'm grabbing the game, I have all of your information scrolling at the bottom in case anybody would like to follow you on Instagram. You are Emily Peachey. That's EMILYPEACHEY. To go ahead and look her up on IMDb, and you can follow her there for all the projects. What's great about IMDb is that it lists what is in pre-production. So everybody can go ahead and Google it and see when it might come out. So I have trivia of the 2000s. Does that sound good?
Oh, sure.
Okay. All right. This is a brand new game. And it came in a 4-pack. I have trivia of the 80s, the 2000s, the 90s, and the 10s.
Okay.
So I haven't tried this one yet. Let's see. How
I
about
think 2000 would be the best for me.
All right. All right. So I'll ask you 3 questions, and then I'll hold 3 questions up, and you can ask them of me, and I promise I will not look. I have not even touched this game yet. It just came in. All right. Let's see. Who said, let's play a game in the 2000s horror thriller? Oh, man.
The Saw Jigsaw.
Yes, I didn't even have to read it. Let's see. Yeah, Jigsaw. Didn't even have to read all the options there.
I'm a big Saw fan.
Okay. Which tennis player won Wimbledon and the French Open in 2008? Venus Williams, Rafael Nadal, Serena Williams, or Andy Murray?
Serena Williams.
Let's see. Rafael Nadal. All right. What year did the iPhone debut? 2005, 2007, 2008, or the year 2000?
2007.
All right, let's see. Oh, you're good. 2007. I actually would have said 2000.
I remember I was one of my friends like had one of the first ones, and I was like, "What is that?"
All right, let me shuffle some of these. Here's one. Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Can you read it?
Yes. Okay. What pop star taught you how to spell bananas?
Britney Spears, Gwen Stefani, Christina Aguilera, or Avril Lavigne. Bananas. I know this. It's got to be Gwen Stefani, don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bananas.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's another one. Oh.
Okay. What star did Madonna kiss at the 2003 VMAs? Do I need to read the list? I feel like everyone should know this one.
All right.
Actually, 2 answers, though. Okay. Britney Spears, Drake, Avril Lavigne, or Kelly Clarkson?
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Britney Spears. All right. And the last one.
Which rock band released their debut album in the 2000s? Coldplay, Arctic Monkeys, Radiohead, Maroon 5.
Coldplay? Let's see. Oh, Coldplay. All right. Well, thank you so much. This has been a whole lot of fun to get to know you and have a conversation about all the work, the hard work that you've been doing. And I wish you tremendous success in the future. Would you mind just giving us a shout out as to how we can follow you and what, where to go to contact you if we can?
Yeah. So I am on every social media platform there is. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter as @EmilyPeachey_. I'm also on Cameo, Emily Peachey, and Facebook as well, Emily Peachey.
All right. You know what, Emily? I'm going to back this up for a second. We actually have a question that came in while we were playing a game. Can you elaborate more on the other celebrities on hot girl problems, including you, of course?
So, yeah, just our work, other things that we've done. I mean, like I said, we have Jen Lyons on it. She's awesome. She has been in a ton of things, a ton of different shows. And then we have Alyssa Reeves, and she was actually on like a Bachelorette type of show, which was really cool, that we used to be on ABC, I believe. So it's all kinds of good characters and fun stuff. So I'm excited.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, thank you so much for giving us that recap on that. And Emily, I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for your time. And whenever you would like to come back to the show, you're now a friend of the show. Just let me know, send the booking agent a message, and he will certainly get back to me, and we'll have you on. We'll talk about, I don't know, I think we'll give you about 6 months and you'll have about 12 more projects in your bag that you want to tell us about.
Let's do it. I would love it.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Emily, have a wonderful evening. Be safe, be well, and take care.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye. Oh, goodness, everybody. Thank you so much. You were so very interactive at this hour. Please stay tuned for our next guest that will be coming is Tiffany Patlin. She has a wonderful book, and I actually have it right here. Let me grab it for you. It is called Unlocking Your Ability to Heal. Tiffany has a powerful story. You won't believe her story of where she's come from and how she's built herself up. So that will be at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. So I will see you in just a little while. Thank you so much. As always, we are blessed. You are blessed. Mwah! I love you. I'll see you soon.